and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Misha's so sleepy. And let's get to it. So, we're officially at the new Lonte house. We didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the loft, and I am kind of heartbroken over that. So, their new address is 1237, and Lulu is sad about Nicholas, but is reminded by Rocco that life goes on, and October is roughly when Lulu will be ready for getting pregnant with their child. And Lulu gets a call from Dr. Lee, and of course it has to be bad news, because why can't Lonte just be happy? So the embryo was compromised. Lulu is devastated, to say the least, and she feels like this baby was going to be the last step of their healing, and Dante's like, we've already healed. This was like, we're good. Whether or not we have this baby, we're good. And Lulu wonders if they still have a chance to have a baby because of the Stavros embryo, and he's like, the place was blown up. It didn't, like, it wouldn't have made it. And Dante says there's lots of kids around for them to love. She's obviously still devastated, but, you know, it's still very new. At Franco's, Liz goes into Franco's place and she shows him the diamonds, and so the C took Nicholas's body, but the diamonds stayed in the boot. Okay, yeah, not weird at all. It's not like someone set that whole thing up so the diamonds would get back to Port Charles or anything. So Liz thought the whole sentimental boot thing Ava was pushing was weird because, you know, sentimental boot. And she tells him that Nicholas stole the diamonds from Hayden, so it's technically property of the government. So she struggles whether she wants to turn them in and effectively send Hayden to prison, or, you know, not do that. And he talks with her, and she decides that, yeah, it is on Hayden. Like, she's the one who chose to keep these diamonds and not turn them in, so, like, she made her bed, now she has to lie in it. So Franco asks why she came to him for advice, and after, I don't know, kind of, I guess, a wishy-washy response from her, he says he can't do this. She needs to decide whether she likes him or not, like, right now, because this is hurting him to keep doing this back and forth. And I get his point, you know? I think we all kind of do. So she confides in him that a long time ago she was raped, and he doesn't know how to react, and she says she's recovered, but it changed her forever. And I guess it's hard. I was interpreting it, I think, differently, but he kind of gets it now a little, but he's a little hurt. Like, he doesn't really know how to react. And then, you know, after talking a little bit more of this, you know, I can't keep doing this dance, you either want to be with me or you don't. Like, he asks her to leave, and she tells him that Jake said that he makes her happy, and she says that, you know, she came to him because she knew that he'd be there for her and wouldn't hurt her, and he promises that he would never intentionally hurt her. She believes him, and they kiss, and this is what she wants. And a phone reminder goes off. She has to go pick the boys up, and she wants him to think about things. You know, she's a single mom with 3 kids. This is what her life is going to be like, and she is going to see him again. Personally, I don't hate it, and that's because I'm trying to give Roger Howard the clean slate, assume, yep, it was all the brain tumor, just kind of erase that whole James Franco, you know, cloud over General Hospital. And, you know, what do you think? So just dealing with new Franco, what do you think? Although I know Roger Howard's Franco did, you know, kind of do that whole thing, keeping Carly and them hostage. Yeah, he's grown. I know I give a lot of characters, like, new slates, so I feel like I kind of am benefited. You know me, Sonny 2 years ago, I was, like, not happy with him, but now I've totally changed on that. You know, because they evolve, we evolve, so I'm trying to evolve with the show. But Ava, nope, never gonna work. At Windermere, Naomi wants Hayden to go back to the city with her, and then Hayden sees the box of Nicholas's belongings and thinks Laura went through it. So Naomi wants to look through the box to find the diamonds, and Hayden's like, literally grieving over my dead husband, but okay, worry about your diamonds. So a year ago I probably would have agreed with Naomi for Hayden to move away, but now I want her to stay. So Naomi still thinks Dr. Finn is a drug addict, and I want to meet this Raymond Berlin as much as everyone bad talks him. Like, I want to see what all the fuss is about. And Naomi gets a call from Heather, and Heather wants her to come by. I meant to say this at the top, but Misha distracted me. The reason it's a little late is because my power kept going on and off, on and off, on and off, and Comcast kind of told me you probably should turn your cable box off because it could kill it. So I was like, alright, and they gave me, the power company then gave me a time to turn it off until, so that's why this is a little bit of a late upload. And this General Hospital is kind of in a little bits and pieces because it recorded, it kept getting, stopped. So if I miss a little thing here or there, that's why. Alright, so at the hospital, Finn seems to blame himself for his wife's death, and I'm not catching her name either. I have to turn closed caption on tomorrow if they say her name, because I can't hear. So he leaves his lab and someone comes in. It's Obrecht, of course, why not? She's like fiddling around with stuff. He catches her. She sees he's working with illegal substances, and she thinks he's making a new party drug so he and Sonny can sell it on the black market. Literally, what? Does this woman live in a soap opera? Oh wait, she does. That's probably a totally viable option then. But seriously, that's such a jump. Like, yes, let me work on a party drug in a hospital where, I know someone's going to ask me what I'm working on, and I know I'm going to have to somehow show some results or documentation for what I'm doing. But yeah, let me make it a legal drug for recreation. That works. So Obrecht tries to imply that he attacked Valerie because she caught him working on unsanctioned work, and I'm like, lady, what? And I feel bad because she replied to me on Twitter a really long time ago, like a year ago. It wasn't really that long ago, but still, what? The thing about Obrecht is she acts like she didn't do horrible criminal things, like, keep Robin hostage, help keep Robin hostage, I'm sorry, or like, I can't. Bring Britt back, honestly. Britt kind of wrangled her a little. Bring Britt back. So Hayden comes in and talks with Finn. She says her mother's encouraging her to leave. Does she have a reason to stay or no? And Finn's like, go, leave, run away, Simba, run away and never return. I'm making that part up, but with his character, he could have actually said that. So I apologize for any mix-up I may have caused there. And he wants her to make decisions for herself and not based on another man, which personally, I don't think that's how she meant it. I believe she really just sees him as a friend, no matter what kind of internal conflict he's having about her. But he hurt her feelings, and this seems to be a bit more about him than her, that he doesn't want to be the cause of someone else's pain, and she leaves and is angry, and he realizes Obrecht stole his recorder, and so do I, and Obrecht is listening to the recorder, and she hears the whole, if it weren't for me, you'd still be alive, totally out of context, because, he talks to his dead wife in the recorder, as we all do, and so he comes in, and he's obviously beyond angry, and he's like, how much did you hear? And she's like, I heard more than enough. And then he, kind of threatens to kill her, which, like, when you've been accused of being a serial killer, probably not the best thing to do, but, to each their own. Back at Windermere, Hayden is starting over, not necessarily leaving Port Charles though. At the Metro Court, this is where it gets fun. Oh, we don't have an end scene today because, again, I couldn't tell where the end scene was going to be because it was broken up in like 5 parts, so everything just kind of meshed together nicely. But at the Metro Court, Christina never found her phone, and Molly feels really badly, and she's like, I'll buy you another one. But maybe because I don't do like the photo stream, but like me, it's not so much about losing the phone, it's losing the pictures on the phone, but nobody ever seems to apologize for that. But anyway, that's just my hang up. So Molly invited Alexis to breakfast so she and Christina can make peace. So Alexis didn't know Christina would be there, Christina didn't know Alexis would be there. Molly's a trickster and I'm loving it. The TMI guy, rip off TMZ, but the TMI guy approaches Alexis to get her story and about being suspended by the New York Bar Association. First time Molly and Christina are hearing about this, and he brings up how she uses social media to share her thoughts and opinions, and I'm like, guy, I know like you're an extra hired for a small part, but you're talking to Alexis Davis, not Nancy Lee Grant. Just kidding. Like, obvious shout out to Nancy Lee Grant on Twitter, which I don't know if you followed that whole thing, but remember last year? Yeah. But I follow her on Twitter. I like her overall. She just had a few little, yeah. So Molly asks, after like she shoos the guy away, Molly asks if it's true, and she says yes, she's been suspended for a year, and her license may be totally revoked afterwards. And Christina blames herself because she wished it on her. Christina, literally, it's not like you called the bar association, was like, hey, suspend her license, like, you're good. So Alexis says it's not her fault, she allowed herself to be manipulated, and they both love her. Seems to be going well. Alexis apologizes for interfering with Christina and Parker. Christina says that's all I wanted, but she's like, hey, but you know what, you are right, she really wanted me, like, you talking to her wouldn't have, like, stopped that. And then Erin apparently had come by the house and gave Alexis Christina's phone. Someone had found it and dropped it off, so yay. And Christina admits to Molly that she did save her from humiliating herself, leaving that message, and then she sees Parker called her back. Oh, great, now we're back at square one. And again, I'm kind of Christina, so I can't judge. So Molly tries to run damage control on this whole thing, like, yeah, she may have called you, but she didn't leave a message, which we all know that is where you draw the line. If someone calls you and doesn't leave a message, never pursue a romantic relationship with them. Just kidding. That, you know, she broke up with you with a note, like, all that's still true. And Christina's like, yeah, but she called back, and, you know, maybe she wants to try again. And then the TMI guy is filming them, and he was taking notes before this, which, again, he's sitting close. I don't know, like, they're all very smart people. I don't know why they didn't move where they were, not that they should have to. Or, you know, Alexis is kind of like besties with Olivia and schmesties with Carly. They could have had that guy kicked out, or, you know, made an excuse for him to be made to leave, like for harassing guests or causing a disturbance. They would have found a way. So kind of a little bit on them, but mostly on him because he's the perpetrator, but kind of a little on them. And so he gets pictures of Alexis and Christina because Christina gets really mad, gets up, and Alexis grabs her arm, and they're both like yelling, and he's, you know, she's yelling at her to grow up because, you know, she's self-absorbed and there's people with problems, you know, other people with problems, and like Christina yells at her to let her go, and then Alexis apologizes, and Christina like goes off, obviously, leaves, and Molly tells Alexis that Christina needs to make her own mistakes. Like, she can't control her life. She's an adult. And oh my goodness, that would have been horrible. And now this whole thing is going to be published for everyone to see. And, you know, if he was really listening closely, I'm pretty sure he caught that Parker was a woman, and now Christina might be publicly outed. So that's not good at all. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching today's recap. It turned into be a bigger mess than it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be nice one time, but of course things happen. Oh, New Jersey. Can't live with it, can't live without it. But I will see you tomorrow on time, hopefully, for more Drama Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!